First solution, making a schedule and sticking to it. This helps your body get used to a system. Over the summer, I've crafted a schedule to help me get everything I wanted to do done. This included when I get to do YouTube, when to eat, when to shower, when to work out, pretty mundane activities. If you have a lot of ambitions and plans for your time as well, this is a pretty good starting place. But there are a few things to keep in mind, however. You shouldn't cheat by adjusting the times for your activities. This means putting things off when the time comes. So when you put things off, there's a possibility you don't get to do them at all. Or when you do, it's so late that you don't have much time for it anymore. Personally, this was one of the bigger problems I've had to deal with about time management. So, for example, I allotted 2 o'clock as the time for YouTube, but it follows 1 o'clock's working out, so I'd end up tired after that. I always subconsciously told myself that I'd do it at 2:15 because I'm tired, and then 2:15 comes. Now I'd want to do it at 2:30. So you see the cycle, right? In the end, I get started around 3 or a quarter to 3. Are there times where I skip it completely? Well, given how it's YouTube, I usually don't. But when it comes to other activities, I would have skipped it. Another thing is you shouldn't skip activities because you don't feel like it. A quick reminder, it's in your schedule because it's important to you. It's something you want to achieve. You wouldn't put it up there if it meant nothing to you, right? Suddenly, you don't feel like working out. Remind yourself why it's on your schedule in the first place. For example, you wanted to stay fit. Maybe you wanted a six-pack by the end of the year. Or maybe you wanted your arms to grow a bit. When you find yourself not feeling like doing an activity, just remind yourself what it all really means to you. Take a moment to breathe and think, what will happen if I do this? What happens if I don't do it? Second solution, reset your internal clock. This means you've got to eat at the right times and sleep at the right times. Routines like that help your body know it's time for something. So a good starting point would be eating breakfast at 8 o'clock, having lunch at 12, and having dinner at 7. For sleep, it's waking up at 7 a.m. and going to sleep at 10 or 11 p.m. This is important because when you build up simple habits like these, your body picks up on it right away. So now, when you miss dinner, for example, you eat at 9 o'clock but you should have eaten at 7, your body goes hungry and tells you, hey, maybe it's time to eat something. So it subconsciously teaches you the importance of habits and routines every day. Another one is sleeping at 11. When you've finally built up that routine of sleeping before midnight, you'll find yourself never going past midnight again without feeling sleepy. Why? Because your body knows it's nighttime. It knows it's time to sleep. So for people who have trouble sleeping as well, this is also a pretty good starting point. And waking up at 7 makes your body aware of when it's day and when it's nighttime. You don't need to sleep really early into the evening like 8 or 9 p.m., just somewhere well before midnight. It works just as good. Third solution, knowing what is a good use of your time. Doom scrolling, a waste of time. Likely the prime example of it. So how do you stop it? Well, for me, it's as simple as putting your phone down, maybe turn it off and go do something else. Hell, even step away from your phone, like put it in another room. And then think what other things are there to do. Anything that doesn't involve your phone. Next, anywhere where you're moving, that's one of the better uses of time. Whether it's actual working out or taking a walk or something simple like doing chores, it's burning energy while being productive. Third, anything where you're learning something, also good, but preferably a marketable skill. Something you can capitalize on, like writing, drawing, playing an instrument even. Something that hones actual skill. So simple one-use party tricks like folding napkins, folding paper, or maybe learning to shuffle card decks, I don't think that's much skill at all. Sure, they're quirky and fun, but where do they come later in life? Not saying they're bad, but I don't see what they can do. Games, that's a bit of a tricky discussion. Under moderation, games are alright. They can pass as unwinding in intervals of 15 to 30 minutes, 45 minutes being max, but in excess or when you give a majority of your time to it, that's starting to become a waste of time. A good limit for games being unwinding is 45 minutes. Once it starts heading to an hour, that's already a big no-no. When you spend most of your time on gaming, what are you really getting done? Games are meant to be a pastime, so that means spending most of your time on games means you're letting time pass by without doing anything or without anything leveling up. While on the topic of time passing, waiting on something you can do now, that's also a waste. If you can do something now, why put it off? Even if it's just 5 or 10 minutes of waiting. At the end of the day, when you sum it all up, you'll be surprised to see how much time's really been wasted. Waiting on something just lets time pass by and get wasted, and sometimes there's the added suspense of the thing you're waiting on. So, all around, it could be a real shitfest. My advice, if you really need a minute to breathe, a minute or two, max of 3, should do. 10 or 15 minutes, that's already a pretty big part of your day. Remember, little things can still add up. Now, these aren't meant to be a professional solution to problems handling time. These are just tricks and advices I've gathered over the summer. This is the schedule I've been using from May 26th to July 4th, and this is a newer schedule I've been using from July 7th onwards. So today is July 31st, which means there are about 2 months worth of advice from a 14-year-old. Also, this is mainly targeted at teenagers, especially my friends who I feel like they're always running short on time. So if you're an adult or find any of these trivial, bear in mind this is just from experience. Also, I never meant for any of these solutions to be really deep or something complexly psychological. Just running through things that are simple but have worked out for me and might work for some of you guys as well. And that's all coming from me, Aphrodite Azucena. Thank you for watching this horrendous video I put together again. JK, it's not really horrendous, but I know it's not top tier. But anyway, I'm glad to be uploading here again. It's been a while, isn't it? That spoof I posted a while back has done better than I thought, honestly. And I really try to upload every 2 weeks or so, but honestly, the first month of school has been way busier than I expected. And this video has been stuck at the back of my head since I finished the Welcome to Af-Az video, and I'm glad to have finally finished it. But I will pop in and say I'm not quite a man of my word when it comes to this channel. You can see on my schedule since May 26th, and even on my weekday specific schedule from July 7, you can see that I've allotted 45 minutes or an hour to Af-Az. But honestly, I've never really gotten to do it every day. Only when I have free time. But I promise I get everything else done, like Raspberry Rayburn, my first channel, working out. Those are really the only ones I get done. So those other things like journalism, Rose and Thorns, and Aphrodite Azucena, not so much. Oh, and that's another thing I want to talk about. I plan on writing my own story and uploading bits and pieces of it here once I feel I'm capable of drawing it well enough. This channel was originally meant to be for something like storytelling. You can see my very first storytelling upload a while back. I uploaded it in June 2024, originally on my first channel, and then I uploaded it here sometime this January. So as of now, I have my own Wattpad, which is doing okay, I guess. 100 regular readers is maybe normal. But when it's finished, I plan on dubbing it here and using AI voice models. It'll do for now until I don't have actual people to voice. I mean, I do suppose I can get some of my friends to voice, but unless I pay them, it's not foreseeable. Anyway, that'll be all for now. Wonder what video I should do next.